For all you folks that often ask, why are all of my videos on ride sharing as a content creator generally negative? Well, today is your day. I actually had a good day as a rideshare driver. Going to give you some tips and strategies, show you my numbers, and we'll talk it out in the comments. What up, folks? Once again, it is indeed your boy Tim with another ride sharing video. Now, currently, I'm driving around. Not a lot of folks are on the road, apparently, in terms of drivers because surge pricing has been at a premium. Now, the Lions are currently playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in a divisional playoff game. I do have a tablet, 10-inch tablet, playing the game.
The Bucs do what I think everybody was anticipating.
So you do hear the game playing in the background. And when passengers get in the vehicle, they can also watch the game that is being piped through all of the speakers. It's a 10-inch tablet on the dash, so anybody riding in the car with me can actually watch the game. Oddly enough, now we're going to talk about the good things. I'm going to show you the numbers and everything, what makes this a good day. However, how many of you folks have a few maybe electronic accessories in your car? Passengers get in, they want to, change the radio station. I have XM radio in here as well. So I have a tablet with Hulu so you can watch actual television, and I have XM radio. Passengers get in, they want to change the damn station and things like that all the time and have the nerve to get out and don't leave a fucking tip. I'm really a pet peeve to get in the vehicle and demand that the driver do extra shit and not tip them. But I just wanted to bring that up. We're going to keep the video positive though. So I'm driving while a divisional playoff game is taking place. So a hell of a lot of folks are in bar and grill, sports bars and things like that. And added benefit is there's not a lot of drivers out taking trips. Almost every passenger I've had so far today has told me it's hard as hell to get a driver, which opens me up for the conversation on how shitty the pay is and how few of you guys tip. You'll see in my numbers it also made for decent tips. Amazed at how many passengers were willing to tip when I told them how much of the trip Uber takes and the fact that only 20 to 30% of these fuckers are tipping to begin with. So here are the actual numbers just for today. I started driving 11 o'clock or so this morning. I saw the surge was around $5 to $8 in most areas. Look, I'm willing to work hard. I'm willing to get my ass out of bed, but you got to pay your boy properly. I saw decent pay. Thought it was enticing. I'll go out and take a few trips until they fuck around and manipulate and drop the surge. And then I'll come back home and watch the game. I'm driving while the game is on because I haven't been able to get back home. Here are the actual numbers. I've only been on the road, as you see, 3 hours and 35 minutes. I've already earned $158.79 for doing 12 trips. So I can generally, as I always say, average about 3 to 5 trips per hour. So you see I've done 12 trips in a span of basically 3.5 hours. I didn't do the math on how much this is per hour, but it's got to be close to $50 an hour, which is above what you hear Derek Costa-Shawi, the CEO of Uber, even saying you can earn in per utilized hour. But as I stated, surge pricing is high. This is not normal shit. This is a good day because of unusual circumstances. At base fare, I probably would have earned about a third of this. Not even close to what I'm earning now. Like I said, most of my trips were at least, I think the lowest I've seen was $4.75 surge and going all the way up to damn near $10 surge. But looking at what we did here, 3 hours, 35 minutes, 12 trips, 12 points. I don't know what the fuck that means. I know you can climb up in ranks and all that. I'm not out here driving for points. Points don't mean a damn thing to me. Maybe some of you folks in the comments can let your boy know how many points do you have, or if it's of any value to you at all. I don't drive for points. My landlord don't take points. The gas station don't take points. And damn sure at the supermarket, points don't mean shit. So I don't drive for points. $136.44, as you see here, is what I actually earned from the fares. $22.35 in tips. $22. So that is certainly above average, at least from what I normally get for only 12 trips, to receive $22.35 in tips. Some of you folks, I'm sure you do better than that, particularly if you're in a high tourism market. I'm not. There is no tourism going on where I'm at. But total $158.79. Now, talking about strategy, I did another video where we talked about the fact that in ride sharing, the manipulation is real. I'm going to try to keep it positive, but I got to let you know what the hell was going on. The manipulation is real. They don't want to pay you surge, even if they are charging surge prices. So you'll notice a carrot and stick approach where they literally have a high surge to get your ass on the road. And the longer you drive, you'll see those surge prices dropping. As I stated, they got me on the road with an $8 surge. That was enough to get me out of bed on a Sunday morning. I can have coffee while I'm taking some trips. The moment I started taking trips, the surge started becoming $2.50, $3.75. Turned the app completely off and swiped away from it. Waited like 2 or 3 minutes, went back to the app. Surges are now $5 and $6 again. Took a couple more trips in the $5 to $7 an hour range, or $5 to $7 surge range, and noticed the same shit happening again. Also, while I'm on a trip with a passenger, trips that are coming in are paying noticeably less for surge prices. So understand, when you don't see the map, do not be trustworthy that Uber or Lyft is doing right by you in terms of surge pricing. You may be in a surge pricing area that is at $10 and the trips are coming in at $4 or $5. Nothing about Uber or Lyft is trustworthy. So I'm real cautious of accepting trips while currently on a trip, because we all know that the goal is to pay you as little as possible, but not only to pay you less, but not even to be honest with you in regards to the methods they are using to lower your pay. So be cautious about accepting trips while you're on one. Generally, like I said, once I got out here and started driving, here's the standards I set. I'm only traveling max of 3 miles to pick someone up. Anybody further than 3 miles away, you can either get another driver or find a different way to get to your location. Your boy ain't coming to get you. 1 to 3 miles to pick up, minimum $5 surge. So the numbers you see here, $158 or so, I didn't drive a lot of miles to make that, because all of my trips were very close to me. And in my market, most passengers only go between 1 and 5 miles when they're in the vehicle. So if you're only driving 3 miles max to pick somebody up and they're only going 5 miles when they're in your vehicle, I was able to stay on a certain side of town. I mean, stay on one side of town. You're not going zigzagging all over the damn place, because you're not taking trips where you got to drive 8 miles to go pick somebody up. That's generally driving on a different side of town. At the end of the day, that helps, because when it's time to come home, you're not very far away. So that's certainly one of the tips and strategies I would recommend. Don't drive too far. Hopefully most of you got that shit figured out anyway. But in addition to that, not driving very far, turning off the app to let Uber know, their algorithm know that you're in fuck it mode is valuable, because the longer you drive, the lower they start lowering surges, and the offers get worse. They want you to stay on the road. They are willing to entice you to remain behind the wheel. When you turn the app off, their algorithm goes into enticement mode. So you benefit by putting yourself in fucking mode. In other words, the search pricing has went down so damn low. Fuck it, I'm going home. Turn the app off. The message gets to them that he's done driving. Go back, click in, log in real quick, and you'll notice oftentimes the surge is much better than it was when you went in fucking mode a minute or two ago. So while I was driving today, probably turned the app off and on probably a dozen times. Because if I had simply kept driving, I would have probably been at $2 surge, if not any at all. It was continuing to go down and down. Every time I would turn the app off, turn the app back on, surge was back, magically appear again. Have any of you seen any of this? Am I getting this shit out of nowhere? Have any of you seen that? We're simply logging off the app, waiting a minute or so and logging back on, you notice a difference in the offers being made to you. It absolutely made a difference. I wish I could have recorded that portion to show you, but I logged off and logged back on that app about a dozen times because you take 2 or 3 trips here and the surge pricing was starting to drop. Everything was getting cheaper and cheaper. The minute you log off and log back on, boom, it's back up. 3.5 hours of driving, $158 or so. Certainly a good day. There you have your video. It's your boy Tim. Click that like button as always. Subscribe to the channel. Catch you in the next video.